What's going on, everyone? Togavor here, and I have been waiting so long to be able to say that. I'm back. It feels good to be back. I was gone because the play at my school kicked up, and I didn't have time to record. I'm also doing a bunch of other things. I'm doing college applications right now. So it's just been a bit really busy and hectic time, and Pokemon has taken the backseat, as it probably should in those situations. But anyways, I'm here to give you a recap on my regular season and do a narration of my playoff run. That's right, we did in fact make playoffs, so I'm just going to jump right back into it for NPL Season 5. So, the last 3 weeks of the season I did not upload. For multiple reasons, I wasn't that motivated to upload them because they weren't fantastic games, and on top of that, that was mostly because I didn't put that much effort into them, because they didn't matter that much, because I knew I'd already clinched playoffs, because Cypher stopped playing his games, and so we got a forfeit there, and so that clinched my playoff spot. So overall, we had a very successful season at 8-4 plus 10, one of the best starts to a season that I have. I started out 4-0, got a couple losses to my division in there, and then won 3 more, kind of 4 more to clinch a playoff spot. So we go in. This is the best regular season that I have had in NPL history, and therefore basically all of my draft season history. So yep, that's pretty much it. The other reason why I won't be talking about weeks 10 and 12 are because I play the same 2 players in my first 2 playoff rounds, so there's not really much point. I did kind of just spoil that I win my first round, but I'm assuming at this point, if you really cared about me and my channel, you would have seen them either via replay or on Top Tier Boys channel anyway. So in just a second, we're going to hop right over to that match. Alright, here we are against my good friend, Top Tier Boy, or Sebastian, so his links will be in the description below. Make sure you go check him out. He's a phenomenal battler. He was in fact my first loss of this season and beat me again in the regular season in week 12 to clinch his playoff spot. So he's obviously a very skilled battler if he's able to take down someone as good as I am. All jokes aside, he's got a very threatening team, and out of his roster he has decided to bring Manaphy, Mega, Manectric, Uxie, Clefable, Audino, and Diggersby. My 6, I have selected Jirachi, Garchomp, Togekiss, Hoopa Unbound, which I did trade for. So actually, I forgot to mention in that whole thing, I made a blockbuster trade with Trev the King. I dealt away Superior, dropped him on, can't even remember what mon. Oh yeah, I dropped Rotom Heat for normal Rotom, and I dealt away Superior for Hoopa-U. So pretty fantastic trade, if you do say so. If I do say so myself, gonna be helping me with a lot of matchups, including this one. So just basic stuff about my team. I can't remember half of it. Let's just get into it. All I remember is one set, and it's So Heat. If you don't know it by now, you'll see it in the battle. So I just decided to lead off with my Jirachi for because I'm a sub Jirachi. I knew that. This game was so long ago. I'm sorry, guys. This was literally a month and a half ago. But I'm at this point. Oh yeah, I'm a sub 2-wave Jirachi. That's right. Oh, this is an asshole set. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I really just want to flinch this man down. I'm gonna show this man who's in charge, if you know what I'm saying. So I decided to get a T-Wave off of him, maybe get a Para, but because I didn't want to just sit there and flinch him down, because that'd get really boring. But he gets to bring in his Mega Manectric here and get off and Intimidate, and goes for the HP Ice, which was actually really I liked the play, because he doesn't lose a lot by me just going for Iron Head. And the reason he made that play is because obviously in this position, there's no reason for him to click anything but Volt Switch, T-Bolt, or Flamethrower, because those moves would all break Jirachi's sub. So obviously I should go into Garchomp, get the free switch in, threaten him out, because HP Ice wouldn't be able to kill me, so HP Ice makes a lot of sense. But I actually had this exact situation happen in one of my practice battles, and in that situation my opponent made the exact same play, and so that came in my mind, and I was like, let's just make the safe play, staying with Jirachi. My Garchomp is Yachi Berry, so it will be able to handle Manectric later on. I get that play right, and right here, I just go straight into my Porygon 2 because it is a very, very safe switch into Manectric, as he does just go for the full switch, making the correct play. So I could have gone aggressive, then gone into Garchomp, but after he went aggressive that one time, I didn't really trust anything. And Diggersby is such a threat to my team, and I didn't bring Rotom, so I have no normal immunity. I just knew I had to stay here. Stay in here, take the L, so I could get some damage off with a Tri-Attack. Maybe, hopefully, possibly get a Burn, Freeze, Para. All of them would have been welcome there, but I don't. He's able to knock my Porygon 2, which was really nice for his team, but not an essential member of my team by any stretch of the imagination. So he brings in his Audino here, and I'm going to pause it. This is a play that I really disagree with. I think that upon first seeing my Togekiss out, depending on my spread, Air Slash might not have killed, and so I might have, or Air Slash / Dazzling Gleam, my main two stabs might not have killed Diggersby, depending on his spread, depending on my spread. So I just think overall Mega Manectric was the best play there because it takes almost nothing from an Air Slash, and if it were to take a Dazzling Gleam, it can take it fine, and it puts me in the worst position. And also, like, if I'm anything like Encore, Nasty Plot, Wish, Substitute, any of those variants of Togekiss, Audino is literal setup fodder. So I really didn't think it was the greatest play, and that's exactly what I am. I am a Nasty Plot variant, and I'm able to get that plot up against this Audino, and right here I see a way to win the game. I go for the Air Slash right here, and I am not able to snag that flinch. He does get the T-Wave off of me, but this is actually fantastic. This is fantastic. I saw this in the game, and I was like, he is in trouble, and that is because my Hoopa Unbound is about to come in. And in case you were wondering, I am a Baton Pass variant on this Togekiss, so as long as I don't get parried here, been hacked enough this season, it didn't happen, thankfully, and I'm able to bring in this +2 special attack Hoopa, and I'm just not going to risk anything. There was a roll depending on his spread with Psyshock, so I just went straight for the Focus Blast, take it straight out. Right here, he blings in Klefki, and I am like, you know what? I have a lot of Spadef on this Hoopa. I'm almost max Spadef. So I stay in, and I just click Psyshock on it, and now he brings out his Uxie. Takes 27 from the Psyshock, which is quite a load. He does, in fact, have the Colbur on the Uxie. I'm assuming that's going to be Colbur U-turn or Colbur Signal Beam, but it does not matter. The clean takes it out from right there. Now, right here in team building, I expected this thing to be... I expected this thing to run Signal Beam to handle Hoopa Unbound. So I flirted in my team building, running things like Tanga Berry to take it on, but I decided to run this very specially defensive spread that, if I was still at full from rocks, I would actually be able to take a Signal Beam and knock this out. In addition, I am Salac Berry, which would have put me in a fantastic position, assuming his Diggersby did not have Quick Attack. And I didn't really expect it because he had barely brought Quick Attack all season, so I thought that would be safe. And in fact, right here, he does not go for T-Bolt. I don't actually know if he had Signal Beam, but he doesn't go for T-Bolt. I get the Salac boost, and he is in trouble. So that Dark Pulse just clean takes out the Clefable from there, and in fact, I take its Kebia Berry with my Magician, not that it matters at all. He brings in Manaphy. I go for Dark Pulse because it's my best possible play. I do in fact get the flinch. Now, here's the thing. That flinch did not matter. Here's why. So he obviously went for Tail Glow there because he was Salac. Now, in his mind, he had a chance to sweep me, but the reason it mattered, I still went for it because going for Dark Pulse is my best possible play because I have a 20% chance to flinch, and I've been hacked all season, so I don't mind to make my best possible play, even if it involves hacks now. So that's what I went for. I do get it, but here's the thing. Even if he got a Tail Glow go up, he obviously would outspeed and then knock out my Hoopa Unbound. But the thing is that I'm a very specially defensive Blastoise with Roar, which has a 65% chance, can't remember the rule exactly, something up there, 65, 70, 80% chance of living a +3 Timid Energy Ball from Manaphy, so that would have been my original play, just click Roar. And the other thing that would have added to that play is the fact that in all of our previous matchups, he had brought Shadow Ball, not Energy Ball, because of that Shedinja on my roster, in addition to the fact that a +3 Shadow Ball guarantees an Oko on Jirachi unless it is Kebia Berry, unless it is Kasib Berry. I'm getting my berries mixed up there, and it's unacceptable for the Berry Lord. But so that's exactly why I think it did not matter. Because, in fact, confirmed he did not have Energy Ball, I would have been able to go straight into Blastoise, click Roar, and with nothing on his team left having reliable recovery, Garchomp from that stage would have been able to take the game. So, yes, it sucks, but it just would have affected differential. It really would not have made the game any fundamentally different. As you can see right here, I wanted to test for Shadow Ball or that, so I went into my Jirachi and clicked T-Bolt, which I was T-Wave Iron Head substitute T-Bolt, so that way I could pressure the Skarmory in case he brought that. So right here, he brings the Mega Electric. I have no reason to do anything but stay in. He gets the crit. I think it did matter, but it doesn't really matter too much. And right here, you'll see the Yachi Berry come in. Garchomp's going to chew the hit, take out the Mega Manectric with an Earthquake, and then take out Diggersby. And now we are on to round 2 in the playoffs with Nemesis the Garchomp picking up the final 2 kills, cleaning up as it has for us all season long. What a great season. Love my Garchomp. Bless up. So yeah, that was good versus Top Tier Boy. We got that W we hadn't been able to get all season long. And right now, we're going to go hop over for our match against the King, Gypsy himself. Anyways, see you guys there. Alright guys, we're back against my boy Gypsy King. His link will also be in the description below. Make sure you go check him out along with Seb. They're both great content creators, great battlers, and have been great division rivals for me all season long. I hope to see them in future NPL seasons to come. Straight into the matchup. This has been my toughest matchup all season long. I honestly did not try in Week 10 because I knew that this playoff matchup was a likelihood, and I didn't want to reveal my cards. So, to get right into that, I have a Hoopa Unbound, pretty sure, Hoopa Unbound plus Porygon 2 that were Trick Room variants set up to handle his team. We have the same sub-toxic Jirachi that was really effective in that first matchup that we had. We have a Scarf Garchomp this time, hopefully going to get some surprise kills after it didn't do anything the first 2 matches being bulky because it missed a Stonage in one, and the other one, the Weavile, was sashed. So yeah. Okay, we also have a Scarf Rotom with Trick, and then also a Scarf Togekiss. So running that triple Scarf with the Trick Room variant, really trying to just mess up his speed advantage that he has on me, as I think that is my best chance of taking this match. Anyways, he's brought essentially the same mons that he has against me all season, and we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to lead Rotom as he leads me. This is fantastic for me. I did think that Nidoking would come in here. That's why I go straight for the Shadow Ball, and that Shadow Ball does absolutely nothing. As it is, he has revealed leftovers, so this is, I'm predicting at this point to be a more specially defensive Toxic Spikes variant designated to switch in on this Rotom and be able to get up his T-Spikes, and it did what it was supposed to, and since I don't have a reliable defogger on this team, that's going to be effective. Now, right here, I'm a little surprised that he went into Alomomola here because, one, I'm getting really lucky at this point in the game, which is odd for me. Oh, no, I'm not even Scarf, I'm Colbert Berry. I was surprised he went into Alomomola because I could just Volt Switch, which is what I go for here if I do believe. No, I go for Wisp here. I'm making good plays, making better plays than I remember myself making, aside from getting really lucky early on in that game, but I brought pretty much the same set as last time. I'm just going to get a Reflect up on this. It's going to really limit the job that his Mega Pinsir and Weavile is going to be able to do to his team, and at this point, I have no better play than to 2-hit KO this Nidoking. He does have a Shadow Ball, which I'm able to tank because Rotom is pretty nice. But anyway, this is great commentary. But again, right here, he's making some plays that I don't necessarily agree with. Switching his Alomomola in on this, obviously, it doesn't really matter because it is pretty specially defensive with the way it took those hits. But I'm just going to bring in my Scarf Togekiss as he goes for a Wish. And with that Zapdos being burned, Scarf Togekiss actually has a pretty good shot of 1v1ing it. But right here, I make the play and defog. But this is where him saving Nidoking comes in big. He might be able to get them back up, which is really bad for me. So he goes for the HP Ice, a very just nice middle ground play, as it hit Togekiss for about 35% and also would have hit the possible incoming Garchomp. Now, here's the thing, he learned from last time, he ran a speedier Zapdos this time. Makes a lot of sense because he wanted to run enough speed on my Zapdos to outspeed my Hoopa, and this is where me not running max speed on Jirachi really comes to bite me, because if I had run max speed on Jirachi, I went for a trick there, obviously. If I had run my max speed on Jirachi, I don't know the exact spread. I didn't watch his full video, honestly, because spoilers, I lose this match and I was salty about it, so that's why. But do go check out Gypsy. He is pretty much unanimously the best draft player out there. But he makes the godly play, switches in pincer on the trick, and honestly, if I had clicked Iron Head there, I would have been in such a good position. Also, if I'd been faster and clicked, Alright, sorry for that interruption. So I go into my Garchomp here and pivot into it, hoping that he won't think that I'm scarfed and quick attack won't be able to kill from there. Unfortunately, he makes the good play and goes straight into Mew. And since I don't see an item, I'm thinking one of two things. It could be Scarf like the first game, or possibly an Expert Belt Lure set, which is pretty much what I assume it to be after this. But I am a very, very bulky Jirachi, so I take that pretty well. And I get a Toxic off of him, even though I am still Choice Banded. Obviously, I don't want to trick that Mew Choice Band because that would make it pretty threatening. He makes a fantastic play, goes for a U-turn there, and now he sends in his Weavile, but I am just going to recover up here because, or no, I go straight for a Tri-Attack here, really hoping to get a status. If I had gotten a status here, if I'd gotten like a burn there, spoiler, I mean, I don't win this game, I already told you that. I would have won this game, assuming a similar set of plays made out, but knowing Gypsy, probably would have been able to do better than that. But anyways, I just set up a sub here. That's right, actually, this team I don't believe was Trick Room, and if it was Trick Room, it was only Hoopa. I made so many edits to this team, so it's really mixed up considering this match was about a month ago. But as you can see, it's able to 1v1 that, and now here, that's a big misplay on my part. I should have gone for the Tri-Attack there, predicting him to switch out at that point. I really did contemplate it. That was a really hard play, and he gets the spoils of that one, and those Toxic Spikes are really going to pressure, in particular, my Hoopa Unbound. Without them, Hoopa also would have had a really good shot of winning the game. And again, I get no Tri-Attack hacks. Not like I should be asking for that, but like I did go for like 4 and I got nothing, so I'm gonna whine about it because I'm a bitch. Anyway, bring in Togekiss here, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep clicking Air Slash. Whatever he does in this situation, I'm just gonna keep clicking Air Slash. With that burn on this Zapdos, it cannot 1v1 this Togekiss. I can keep flinching it because I am lucky and bad. And this is the luck that I have not abused all season with my Gross Core. Yeah, this is what I could have done all season, but you know, whatever reason, I decided not to. I get the flinch there, and at this point, I've really got him on the back foot. He pretty much has to sack him on at this point. He brings in Mew. It looks like Mew is going to beat that Mon, especially as I get that crit right there. Not a lot it's really going to do at this point further, so I do take out a Mon and even the matchup at 4-4. And at this point, I think I have a very good chance at taking the game. Now, right here, I do a Calc, and Air Slash is not a guaranteed kill. Most of the time it doesn't kill from there. And I also predict him to have a fair amount of HP investment on his Weavile because he did the last times I played him, because the way the speed tiers works out, he can afford to put a lot in HP. And so I go into Jirachi, I see that damage, and I know that that is banded damage. So, nice to know I made the correct play there. And then right here, again, I think I make the correct play by going into my Scarf Garchomp and just sacking it off to the Pinsir Quick Attack, getting a little bit more chip on it. And this is where I make an actual bigger misplay. I should not have gone into my Togekiss, because I should have gone straight into Hoopa, and with my spread, I believe I could have taken a hit from the Mega Pinsir, unless he was running a bug move. Again, I don't know if he was or wasn't. If he did run a bug move, then there was no way I could have won this game. But if he wasn't running a bug move, then I could have gone into Hoopa Unbound, and I probably would have had this game. So that's a thing. Anyway, right here, I predict him to go for the Ice Shard, and I go into Michael Jackson. I should not have done this. I should have gone straight into Jirachi, and it would have either threatened this out, depending on the damage, or it wouldn't have. Oh, right here. Okay, this is where I actually make the play that cost me the game. I have Fire Punch. in my head, this is the. So I'm gonna explain this. I actually choke away the game here. I forgot this happened. This is why I was upset, because if I clicked Fire Punch here, I most likely won the game. In hindsight, I really should have clicked Fire Punch, because if he went into something else, I don't know. I guess I really at this point had to count on him choking either way, and Dark Pulse didn't give me that much better of a position than Fire Punch did. I still think his best play was probably the switch there, but that's just me, because if I had Fire Punch and killed this Weavile and Togekiss flinched things down, that was game. Unequivocally game. So, it's what happens. I thought in my head. I was also calcing with the wrong Togekiss set, so I thought that I could live this Banded Ice Shard. But it didn't happen. Yep. He made the right plays there. If I clicked Fire Punch, I probably had that game between being able to trick one of these two mons with Jirachi. I mean, Jirachi pretty much won once Weavile was dead, so that's what it is. But it was a very good game versus Gypsy, and I think even closer than the 3-0 score. I think he would probably tell you the same. And I think that this is one of the better games of Pokemon I've ever played against probably the best player out there. And just in general, because I think of how well my plan worked in my prep, I'm proud of this game. Definitely a lot more proud of how this turned out than my last conference championship lost. It does hurt that it's 2 seasons in a row in seasons, especially last season when I really deserved that and should have definitely been in the finals. But, you know, that's what happens. Continue my curse of being hacks, not in this game, just in general, and not making the finals. But anyways, our NPL Season 5 journey comes to a close. I could not be more grateful for all of your support. I look forward to coming back next season with the release of Sun and Moon, and hopefully being more on top of my uploads. It should happen. There's a chance I don't even do my next theater production, at least not acting, which would take a lot less time, which would allow me to focus on this a little bit more. Additionally, by the time everything starts, I'll have a lot of my college stuff sorted out. That's all fine and dandy. Anyway, it's good to get back again. I enjoyed recording this a lot, and boy, do I miss it. Hopefully, you know, maybe I'll get a couple Sun and Moon videos up here talking about all the new leaks and such. I'll be a view whore like Trev and Riz. But anyways, that's it. Enough of me rambling. Thanks for the wonderful season. Shout out to Gypsy King. He really deserved this victory and the finals victory, which he ended up getting. He's a great guy and has a great channel. Again, couldn't encourage you to go check out his channel more. He deserves infinitely more subscribers than he has. And yeah, make sure you go check out Seb too, of course. Both great guys, both great content creators, and both great battlers, both in standard play and in league format. But with that, I'm signing off. I'm Togavora. You're yourself. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.